Hello, my name is Ali and welcome to my channel. We are back with Hakuoki Kyoto wins Yamazaki's route. Let's go. Since then, once the rest of the men returned, there was a meeting among the captains. The subject of that meeting was the three men at Nijo Castle, Chikage Kazuma, Kyuju Amagiri, and Kyo Shiranui. They called themselves demons, and their previous encounters with the Shinsengumi suggested they were somehow involved with the Satsuma and Choshu. The Satsuma were the most powerful domain in the opposition domain. Why did I say dominion? Whatever. And the Choshu were publicly expressive of their dissent towards the shogunate. The Choshu are essentially enemies of the court. I don't know how the three men are supposedly affiliated with the domains, but it was abundantly clear they are not to be dealt with carelessly. There was another problem, however. Why had they come for me? They said I was one of them and knew about my family name and my kodachi. But how? My name is Chizuru Yukimura. I am the daughter of my father and my mother. I am a normal girl, nothing out of the ordinary. But who am I? Interesting. June 1865. June 1864. Okie dokie. The compound was alive with noise and movement. I passed several soldiers in the halls, each one of them excited about something. What's going on? Run! This is unconscionable. Never in all my, oh my god, I can't read right now. Whatever. Ito's just weird. I'm sorry. And we've read this part I don't know how many times, so if you want to see me read it see, I can't even talk. If you want to see me read it correctly, go to the other routes. Ito? Is something wrong? Yes. I'd say everything is wrong. Why should I be made to bare my skin in the same room as those savages? Ito's explanation was useless. I was completely confused. Is there something going on today? Ito did his best to collect himself shakily, adjusting his hair and clothing before he spoke. Someone claiming to be a doctor whom Kondo met on his visit to the shogun has arrived. He is conducting physical examinations. Dun, dun, dun. With a disdainful sniff, he glared pointedly across the hall towards the area he'd just left. The men were getting physical checkups, that much I knew. Given my particular situation, I'd been exempt by the captains, who also gave me special instructions to stay away. That hairless monster, that doctor. He demanded I remove my clothes in front of everyone. When I refused, as any decent man would, he tried to remove them himself by force. And the rest of them just stood there. What sort of uncultured savages are they? Savages seemed a bit strong. At any rate, perhaps I should go see just what a physical entailed. I was a doctor's daughter, after all. What's this doctor's name? I love how she wants to go see what's going on. It's like, I don't think you want to just kind of stand there and see what's going on. I think you want to look at the men, honey. You want to see the men. When you heard Ito saying taking off the clothes, never mind. I believe he called himself Ryojun Matsumoto. What? Wait, Dr. Matsumoto? Did I read the other part? What's the doctor's name? I think I did, but I don't know. I was busy talking about shirts off and my mind just was gone. What's up with that reaction? Do you know him? When I first came to Kyoto, my plan was to find Dr. Matsumoto. My father told me that I could rely on the man if I ever needed anything. Unfortunately, he was away on business when I'd arrived, and after that, I'm going to go watch the physical exams. Oh, girl. There was no time to waste. Oh my, so you want to see those savages? What peculiar taste. Yeah, we do. Is this it? I could hear loud voices from inside. Oh. The scene froze me in place. All right, next. Ooh, voice crack there. Oh my goodness, the best CG ever. At last, my turn. Check this out, Doctor. What do you think? You're looking at the amazing product of years of training. Your body is fine, Chin. I think it's your head that the doctor ought to be taking a look at. What's that? You say you want me to beat the daylights out of you? You're fine, Shinpachi Nagakura. Now get. Next. Whoa, hold on there, Doc. You gotta get a good look at this. No, you're quite fine. Healthy as a horse, and I've seen quite enough. Thank you. I love this CG. You're holding up the line, Shinpachi. Get moving, okay? I'm just saying, I don't really think you've had the time to fully examine. Don't you want to order a slice of this beefcake? I got 2 meaty servings on a plate right here. A medical examination is for finding problems, not showing off. Now move. It wasn't difficult to see why Ito was desperate to escape. I couldn't imagine him as part of such a display. Yeah, no. Unless he likes those beefcakes, but he don't want to admit it. Oh. What should I do? I feel like it's rude to intrude. Rude to intrude. Yukimura, what are you doing here? Is something the matter? Oh, Yamazaki. Hello. I heard that Dr. Matsumoto was here. Yamazaki didn't look like he was in the mood to tolerate my snooping, so he went to the point. I see. I take it you aim to speak with him, huh? I have been briefed on everything regarding your situation. I think I know what you're doing. However, the physicals are taking some time. Will you leave this to me? What are we going to say? What should I do? We're going to say no. I'll take care of it. Okay. First time doing this part. Oh, don't worry. It's my own business. I'll take care of it. Butterfly! I see. In that case, I'll help you if you need anything else. Please do not hesitate to find me. Okay. Thank you so much. Yamazaki and I parted ways, and I walked towards the examination room where the doctor worked. You need to take better care of your digestive system. Here, take this after every meal. Looks like I'm out of medicine. I waited outside for Dr. Matsumoto until he stepped out of the examination room. Excuse me. Yes? He looked at me for a moment, his eyes narrowed in curiosity. I need to fetch more medicine, so maybe it's a good time for a break. Can you give me a hand? Oh, yes, of course. Walk, walk, walk. What luck. Dr. Matsumoto? Ah, doctor. Hello, Yukimura. Oh, hi, Kondo. I see you found her already? Yes, thanks to you. What? I was utterly lost. Dr. Matsumoto laid a gentle hand on my shoulder. Chizuru, I came here to see you. Kondo told me that Koto's daughter was staying with the Shinsengumi. Oh, I see. I knew Koto and Matsumoto were acquaintances, so I thought perhaps Matsumoto might be able to give us a clue as to his friend's whereabouts. I looked him up as soon as he returned to Kyoto. The Shinsengumi had their own business for wanting my father found, but Dr. Matsumoto's appearance was still cause for joy. Thank you, both of you. They smiled. Dr. Matsumoto then explained he had just barely missed me when he left for Edo as I came to Kyoto. He'd received all my letters, but once he finally returned, he had no idea where I was, and consequently couldn't find me.
I'm sorry that I missed you. You must have had a rough time of that. Is there anything you need?
No, I'm doing all right. So, Dr. Matsumoto, about my father. His face took on a grim cast, and before he even spoke, I knew what his response would be.
Unfortunately, I know no more about where Kyoto might be than you do.
I see. The defeated tone of my voice surprised me. I suppose on some level I believe Dr. Matsumoto had some miraculous revelation about my father. Foolish of me, of course, but that didn't make the truth any less devastating. Kondo simply nodded.
I hear you've become involved with the treatment. You know what I mean, don't you? Koto's experiments?
Yes, I knew what he meant. The experiments my father conducted with some strange concoction that could make people go mad. Please tell me about it. I want to know everything my father was doing. He nodded.
Kyoto is working with the Shinsengumi under orders from the Shogun to create what were called Furies. Furies are humans with night demonic strength and speed, and phenomenal healing abilities.
Furies. This term seemed so familiar that I realized I'd overheard some of the men talking about it. Flashback.
Don't jinx him, Soji. It's gonna look bad if officers start joining the Furies.
Sorry. Oh, so Furies come from something you drink, where any injuries could be cured. The Furies that Heisuke spoke about are men to be pitied.
The substance that transforms normal men into these Furies is called the Water of Life. In China, they call it Senten. In short, it grants immortality.
Furies. Water of life. It sounded more like something from a fairy tale rather than real life. But there was something in Dr. Matsumoto's tone of voice that said he was telling the truth. I've already heard about how it makes you strong and hard to kill. But doesn't it cause so much pain that it makes most people go crazy? And even if you survive that, then even the smell of blood can make you go crazy again. Dr. Matsumoto nodded slowly, then pinched the bridge of his nose with thumb and forefinger. He looked very tired.
So you know about that too?
Yes. Another flashback. They were human, but not human. Perhaps they were almost entirely different now. I couldn't see how this water of life could ever be used for good. Even if it had healed Sanon's arm, he'd suffered greatly in the process. Why? It sounded more like a moan than a question. My father would never want to ruin the life of another, but because of what he'd done, people suffered, and some even died. Why is my father doing this? But it wasn't just my father. I was sure no one involved expected such a terrible outcome.
Perhaps this is why Kyoto left. His conscience would no longer allow him to continue. But the Water of Life was an opportunity given to us by the Shogun to help strengthen the Shinsengumi.
The doctor only shook his head.
It was an experiment, and it has failed. You should put it behind you. I'm sure the Shogunate has abandoned it as well.
Kondo frowned, perhaps unhappy that Dr. Matsumoto would question the Shogunate's original decision.
You've seen what happened to the men it was tested on, Kondo. It cannot be allowed to continue. This experiment is inhumane, and you know it.
Kondo gave a non-committal grunt and fell silent. I was sure Kondo knew just how dangerous it was to use the water of life, but the shogunate had come to him with a request. Perhaps he couldn't refuse, even if he wanted to. Silence fell like a thick blanket.
I understand that you are the shogunate's designated doctor, but you are not one of us. An outsider has no right to object.
Sanan? His face was pale as moonlight, as if he was a walking corpse. I feel like I got a hiccup. Don't do it. Okay. Is it okay for you to be up right now?
Shouldn't you be resting, Sanan? You look pale.
Don't worry about me.
He bowed quickly, his mouth a compressed line, and turned to regard the doctor with a cool gaze.
We use this treatment effectively, and at our own discretion.
It's dangerous, and far too strong.
We have continued Koto's research. I am, as you can see, living proof, so to speak.
As Sanan did indeed prove, it was possible to drink the water of life and retain your sanity. It just wasn't easy.
Perhaps you're right. But that could also mean that you're forcing your body in ways your eyes can't see. The eyes can't see, not your, but that's okay.
I'm perfectly healthy. I respectfully disagree. With continued research and modification, we will have many more successes and fewer casualties.
Do you plan on sacrificing more of your men in order to have more successes? Using your men to experiment with things that put them in danger comes off as a disregard for life. It's a disgrace.
The men who gave their lives are the foundation of our work. They did not die in vain.
But... all right, that's enough from both of you. Why don't we discuss this some other time?
I'm gonna let this go. I'm gonna let you guys go here. I hope you are enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.